Welcome back, everybody, to What the Fuck Is This? I'm one of your hosts, Monica.
And I'm Miranda.
And today we're going to be talking about episode 5 through 19?
No.
Season 5, episode 16 through 19. That would have been way too many episodes. The entire season. Could you imagine? We'd be here for hours.
I would simply not show up to work today. It's at my house.
Nobody's home.
Okay.
But we're only talking about the last 3 episodes because this season only has 19 episodes.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It was okay with me.
Like, I'm okay with it being shorter, but it's weird because most of them have 22.
Yeah, this is like one of the only ones, I think, that has 19.
Yeah, but before we get into that, I got a Target notification.
What is that?
I don't know. Deals. Before we get started with that, Miranda has some juicy book tea.
I do.
And she had to write it all down.
I literally, on the YouTube video, you can see right now I'm holding up my chart. I'll put it on the screen too. Probably a little bit more clean. I don't know. I'm going to try and make this quick. Because Monica knows, I was like telling her the tea as I was reading it, and I was like all over the place. It is very good, but I was all over the place, and I'm just gonna tell you right now, this is a huge spoiler alert. Like I'm gonna talk about every single thing that happened in this book. Okay, so it's The Cousins by Karen McManus, and like I said, this is gonna be a huge spoiler. So if you want to read this or it's on your to read, first off, I would just 100,000% recommend it, and second off, I would skip now. Which just reminds me, I'm going to start putting time codes in the description. So if you guys aren't interested in our book tea or you want to read the book for yourself, you'll know where to skip to. I've been trying to add the chapters, but when I look at it on Spotify, I can't see them. So that applies to YouTube as well, and then I'll put it in the description of the pod. But I would 1,000,000% recommend this, but from here on out, it is full-blown spoiler alert. Okay, so basically, it is about the stories and the 3 generations. Abraham and Mildred's story had Anders, Adam, Allison, and Archer. But the book starts with the grandkids, Jonah, Aubrey, and Mildred, who goes by Millie, because she's named after her grandma, but Mildred is an old lady name.
Yeah, that's what her grandma's named that.
Mm-hmm. That's what I fucking thought when they were like, it's old lady. And I was like, really? It's almost like that's your grandma's name. So it starts out with the cousins. They get invited to Mildred's resort on this fancy little island because Mildred has money. Grandpa is already dead. R.I.P. Abraham. You will literally never hear about him again.
I mean, in real life too.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, I cannot.
Okay. So
I got a case of the giggles today. Sorry, guys.
So they go to the island. They meet up on the ship there. Well, actually, they had a group text before. But anyways, basically, they meet because they haven't seen each other since they were like 5 years old.
The grandkids.
The grandkids haven't seen each other since they were 5 years old. The parents actually haven't seen each other since 1997 when Grandma disowned them. And now they're wondering, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah.
Me too.
Why did the grandma disown them? And also, I don't think I could go that long without talking to my sister.
Right?
I mean, I literally live with one.
Especially, so this is a great segue. Thank you, Monica. Because we learned through 1996 flashbacks that actually Abraham literally died in 1996. And Allison, the third born, was 18 years old that year. So the 16-year-old and then the 20 and the 22-year-old, they all lost their dad super young. And they don't tell us why for a really long time. But through the 1996 flashbacks, we learned that Anders and Adam, the first 2, were super, super close, and Allison and Archer were super, super close. So instantly, I'm thinking, like, how the fuck did they not talk to each other?
Yeah, especially
since
since
97, when their mom cast them out.
Yeah, and then your dad just died at such a young age.
Exactly.
You would think you would, like, hold on to your siblings a little closer.
What the fuck? I thought it was crazy. And then also in the 1996 flashbacks, we're learning about Teresa and Dr. Baxter. Teresa was Mildred's right hand, and Dr. Baxter was the family doctor. The only other characters in the 1996 flashback are Matt and Kayla. And they're in a love triangle with Anders because Kayla was dating Anders and then Matt stole her and then Anders was pretending he didn't care, but then he would sleep with him on the side, like da-da-da-da-da. Well, then...
Wait, you never told me that!
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Yeah, it was a huge love triangle.
Oh my goodness.
But then, at one point when all of them are broken up and single, Matt sleeps with Allison and gets her pregnant. So then, she confides in Adam because she was too scared to tell her younger brother, Archer, who looked up to her, and the next closest one that she got along with. No, she tells Anders because he caught her buying the pregnancy test. I think she was the person that she was the next closest with. Mm-hmm. And then he was like, who did this to you? Because we need to have them hold themselves accountable. Yeah. If you want an abortion, get an abortion, but don't, basically, we'll help you. Don't let it be scary. And then she has to tell him it's Matt. And he was pissed. And then she miscarries.
Sad. You know what that kind of reminds me of?
What?
Yellowstone.
A little bit, though.
That's all I was picturing in my head.
Yes. And so she miscarries. It's super, super sad. Matt chooses Kayla. Kayla chooses Matt. Anders and Allison cast out. Da-da-da-da. That's basically what happens in 1996. Well, until the very end, but that doesn't matter. So, present time, we have Jonah, Aubrey, and Millie coming to...
The grandkids.
Yes, the grandkids coming to the island. They get to the island. Freaking... Grandma didn't know they were coming. Mm-hmm.
Who texted them?
Right? And there's only 3 grandkids because Archer didn't have any kids. And nobody has even heard from Archer in forever because he's not doing anything. Anders is a big money guy. Anyways, he's not really doing anything. And then Millie, Aubrey, and Jonah all have their own kind of tea. It's not really that super great. Millie's parents are just divorced, and then Millie...
I'm sorry. I did not mean to laugh like that.
Allison was like, I'll give you this diamond teardrop necklace if you go get our money back. Our inheritance. And then Aubrey, she wants to get out because earlier that summer, or that school year, towards the summertime, her dad got her swim coach pregnant. She was like, get me the fuck out of here.
How do you even deal with that?
I don't know.
It's you find out your dad behind your back was dating him or dating her, and then all of a sudden she's knocked up.
And then she's like, I feel stupid because I was the one that was like, Dad, you have to meet my swim coach. She's so important to me, and I'm probably the reason they got together. Yeah.
Okay, but T, because that's how my sister met her ex-fiance. He's one of my boxing coaches. T.
Is this Fernando?
No. No.
Okay. So now I'm getting into my synopsis pretty much because you don't know a lot about Jonah. And at first I'm like, why aren't we learning anything about him? Well, it is because it's not really Jonah. It's not Anders' Jonah, not Jonah's story. No, this is Jonah North. And Jonah's story actually goes by JT. So from here on out, this is how I'll refer to them. So, JT did not want to go. Jonah did. And Jonah wants to go to get revenge on the Story family. He's going to go to the root because, like I said, Anders was into money and he told his parents how to make investments, but they weren't good investments and they lost almost everything to their name and they're now in bankruptcy court trying to fight for their family business and stuff. Mm-hmm. While he's there, though, Jonah gets feelings for Millie and he begins to rethink this whole plan. Millie swindles his wallet out of his pocket while they're playing pool. Order. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. While they were playing pool, steals his ID because she was getting suspicious because she could feel the chemistry. And she was like, something has to be going on. So her consensus was to swindle the wallet.
Okay, but once again, we're not in Alabama. Don't get your cousin.
Right? Well, that's what she was saying. She's like, why do I have feelings? Why is there a sexual tension with my fucking cousin?
Yeah, no.
She pulls it out. His name is Jonah North. He tells them what's going on. They bring Aubrey in, and they agree. Because he doesn't tell them that he wants revenge. He just says, JT didn't want to go and I need money. Mm-hmm. Which is only half of the truth.
But still, that would make sense.
Right. Because they're getting ready.
Yeah. Ever.
Exactly. And so Millie's like, woo, thank God sexual chemistry is building my cousin.
That would have been awkward.
A lot of really, not like stupid shit. It was just like, compared to what's gonna happen, pretty mundane. But basically, they go to brunch with their grandma. Grandma doesn't even want to talk to Millie about Allison. She only cares about Aubrey / Adam and a little bit about Anders. But like, obviously, Jonah doesn't want to talk a whole lot because he doesn't really know like
any family like details.
Yeah, he knows like the basics to get him through. So then they get invited to Grandma's gala, whatever, and I honestly don't remember the significance of this gala, what the fuck it was for, but they're going.
Okay, but it wasn't important if you can't remember.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Millie drinks like 5 things of champagne, and then she's like, I need some air.
I mean, same girls, same.
Jonah takes her out on the balcony. They start making out because Millie's drunk and she instigates it, and the entire fucking party ends up looking out the windows onto the balcony to see 2 cousins making out. Which is when JT and Anders come in and they're like, whoa, 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 why are you trying to steal our money like this, fake Jonah? We know. But so now at least the whole party knows that they're not cousins. You know? Like, if anything came out of that.
Yeah, they're not cousins.
They're not cousins. Which then, at this point, oh my god, where am I at? Oh, okay. So, now, Millie doesn't care about Grandma. This was like her 2nd strike for her, or 3rd strike technically, but, I mean, because she's like done, but there was only 2 things that happened. She was fed up. Because she didn't care at brunch, and now she told Millie that she was embarrassed and kicked her out of the party, and wanted to like talk to Anders more than even JT or anything. She's like, what the fuck? Like, I thought you disowned your kid for a reason. Like,
yeah.
Okay. Jonah's lies are like all caught up with him. Security's gonna walk him out. They take him to like a random motel by the boat because there's only one way onto this island is a boat.
Oh.
They take him there. They say you have an open ticket. You can leave whenever you want tomorrow. Figure out your ride, basically. Well, then at this time, they start talking to Archer, which is the 4th brother that doesn't have any kids, because he was a cocktail singer at Mom's fucking resort. Grandma's fucking resort. And nobody knew. He was going by a different name, which I don't even remember now. But so basically, this whole time they had been talking to Archer, and then when Jonah gets like kicked out, basically he comes forward, he's like, yeah, so I invited you because I read that Aubrey was a big swimmer, and I was like, how do I even know anything about my own kid? I need to get to know Aubrey, so I'm inviting you all here as Mom. What the fuck?
Just pretend to be Grandma.
So basically, when they're there, Archer gets a letter, and Dr. Baxter wants him to come because he's got tea. He's got family tea from years ago.
He's breaking all HIPAA violations.
Sign me up, right? No! The next morning we wake up, Baxter's dead. Yeah. But when we wake up, we find out that Millie and Jonah made up in the backyard. They were kissing and stuff. Okay, so I forgot that, like, at the gala or something, no, right after they get kicked out, Aubrey gets invited to go to Grandma's house by herself because basically she's the only kid that Grandma likes. She goes, ends up stealing a gate card, and so then we find out Dr. Baxter dies and Millie and Jonah made up, and Aubrey sneaks out to go to Grandma's house again, and she gets in on her own. She finds this open window and breaks in and goes up to her dad's room, like looking for clues or something. I can't really remember, when Grandma finds her. And then this is when we get,
Grandma, why are you walking so fast?
exactly. And she has a gun. She's a gun. And this is when
Nana Rose could never.
exactly. We get to the reveal of 1996 when we find out that the 4 kids went to this beach party because Archer wanted everyone to go, and at this beach party, Anders and Adam pushed Matt into the water because they live on an island during high tide when it was storming, or like getting ready to storm, so the water was crazy. My man died. We also find out Matt was Teresa's son. What?
I don't remember you telling me about them killing him. Or like, I know you told me that they killed him.
Yeah.
But not the one.
No,
You
not
didn't
like
tell
this,
me
right?
how.
I know. See, this is why I was like, I need to write all this down because I'm getting so like tripped up. Then we find out that within the next year, Kayla died in a mysterious car accident. And basically, Allison saw all this happen, and they made her swear to secrecy because they were like, we killed him, or we pushed him in because Matt was talking shit on you and we wanted to scare him, but really they were just mad at Matt. And Adam was always going to take Anders' side, so he helped him kill him. Whatever. But they make Allison feel like it's her fault, so she'll keep her mouth shut. Okay, back to present time. We're in the bedroom with Grandma.
I do some shit like that.
No! Where back in this bedroom with Grandma and Aubrey. And Grandma's like, you need to come downstairs. And they go into the sunroom of all rooms. And Grandma's like, Teresa, go start a fire in the West Wing or whatever. And I was just like, the way she said this, I was like, this is not ending well.
Also, if you have a West Wing, why are you burning down your house?
I don't know.
Sell that bitch.
I don't know.
Like,
and then
for the insurance?
exactly. Which funny you would say that, because that's gonna come around. But then Grandma is like, I knew you were gonna come for me because you're Adam's kid and da 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 da. And she's like, what the fuck do you mean? And then all of a sudden, beep 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 beep, the car is coming up the lawn and into the sunroom. It's Archer. He's here to get Aubrey, get him out. And Grandma's like, perfect timing, son. Since you invited everyone here, let me just tell you. And he's like, you don't have to tell me. I can tell just by looking at you. And she's like, oh yeah? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, then you tell Aubrey. And Grandma says, you tell Aubrey. And Archer's like, that's not Grandma. That's Teresa. And Aubrey's like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? And then, this whole time, what Dr. Baxter wanted to tell him before he died was that Mom died of the exact same thing that Dad did, and all of these kids need to go get checked because there's bad hearts in their bloodline. And so they died of like premature heart attack or something. I don't know. And I was like, what? And then Teresa made her cast all of her kids out because she was like, they're going to be so sad by your death, they're never going to accomplish anything. So she does it. No, bitch wanted to take her life and get revenge for them killing her son.
I mean, it makes sense, not gonna lie. But at the same time,
yeah,
are you fucking
right?
kidding me?
And so then Aubrey's like, what the fuck? I gotta go. And she's like, you're not going anywhere because I want to make sure Adam knows what it feels like to lose a kid. And Aubrey's like, I don't think he's gonna give a fuck because he already has another one on the way. And she's like, ooh, what a piece of shit, basically. And I was like, I mean, yeah, Grandma, but like, well, fake Grandma. And then fake Teresa this whole time was Teresa's sister, who was just like, I don't have anything going on in my life. Let me go be rich.
Me? I'm gonna be you. Why not? Money?
Which then,
Money, please.
it's like this whole thing. And they spent all of the money. They haven't been paying the insurance. So they made sure that the kids got nothing in life by starting the fire, and they wanted to kill Aubrey, and then she wanted to make sure, and then because real Jonah wasn't on the island anymore, she was like, I guess Aubrey will do, like JT wasn't there, so she had to just kill Aubrey. Archer was like, fuck no, bitch, punches her. She gets knocked out, they're working on getting out. Fucking Teresa dies of smoke inhalation, but Archer like pulls her out of the building and like was like, are you okay? No, she's already fucking dead.
She's gone. She's gone.
And then, so yeah, basically all the parents come back and they're on the island trying to close up everything they can, like the resort and various things, sell it off to someone on the island who will actually like give a shit. Because the stories are like, we've done enough to y'all, we need to go. Which the island was like, thank you for that. And then we get an epilogue, I think that's how you say it. Epilogue where Nilly and Jonah, they live a 40-minute train ride away from each other in the city, and they're going to school and stuff, and they're making out how they're gonna like reunite and be together and live in the same city because one of the bars or whatever that Jonah's family owns, like they were able to get it back in the bankruptcy court and keep that to their name, but they kind of like lost everything else, which is like lost but a win, because if you lose your house but you have the thing that like your whole family created, like who really cares, you can build another house.
You still have something.
Exactly. That's in the same city, so usually Jonah comes there to work on the weekends, and Millie comes there, and they both work together, and they play pool together, and then they were FaceTiming Aubrey, who is helping the swim coach take care of her brother, because deadbeat dad doesn't want to get a job. It's like this whole thing. And then it ends with Paula, who was the fake Teresa's sister, sending Jonah a note about, I don't know how you feel like you got away with it only doing a couple days and getting caught. I did it for years, being someone else, like da 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 da. You suck. Bye.
What the fuck? How did she even get his address?
I don't know.
Man,
And
you
I
should
was
be in
just
jail.
What? And she was like, from one con to another. Love P. And I was just like, ma'am.
I gotta go.
The most random tie-in. So anyways, I hope that wasn't too fucking long. I hope that was like 20 minutes or so. One of the best books I've read in a while. Kept me on the edge of my seat. And as I said, I would 1000% recommend this to anyone who like mystery, all that.
I wouldn't say it doesn't sound like there's a lot of like plot twists, but there's like little like bits and
I think
that's what
it's like all fog. It's like when you like are playing a video game and your map is all gray and you like slowly unlock all these parts, you know?
Yeah.
That you're like, oh.
Well, one shit show to another.
Oh yeah.
So now we are talking about
Riverdale.
Episode 16. I wrote product placement, but I don't remember what it was.
Wait, are we doing titles again?
Oh yeah.
I
Because I like some of the titles.
Yeah, Band of Brothers. Okay. I also said Veronica's starting strong with this product placement.
What was it?
It was a drink. It was kombucha. Or something.
Oh, yeah, because she's like on her computer or whatever, she sets it down.
Yeah.
But you can
and
like
she was
label,
holding it,
yeah.
like if you held your drink
like,
out with,
and then she like.
Exactly. I was like, ma'am.
Oh, my next line. I'm with Penelope on this. No more singing.
Honestly. I said no more singing at the ministry, bless.
I don't understand what's up with them like singing on this show. Like,
no,
I don't get it. Like Hannah Montana, that's what the whole show was about. I get it there, but this, it's fucking Riverdale where you're talking about fucking murderers.
Yes.
Like, what the shit is this? Also, you can cut this out. But on the next season, we don't talk about the Lonely Highway anymore.
No, because it's like we're not. Dude, there's gonna be something where we're not in Riverdale. Like,
I feel like it's gonna. Here's my guess for.
To me.
Here's my guess for this season.
Okay.
They are gonna.
I need some water. After my
wake up in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
That's my idea. Or they're gonna wake up and they're just like passed out around the house. Somebody's gonna be dead.
This label is not connected to my bottle. No product placement for me.
Me, on the other hand. Get us more energy drinks. We got Betty working the Lonely Highway.
Yeah, like as a hooker.
Yeah, like
Girl.
I really don't understand that. In what world? I don't even want to step outside my house at night. Like,
no. Especially here.
And she doesn't even have like a real weapon on her.
No!
Like, at least if you're gonna do that, carry a gun.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.
We find out that Reggie and Hermosa had a thing. I literally wanted to scream. I was like, what the fuck?
Where did this come from? And did you work for Hiram while you had a thing with his daughter?
That's what I'm saying. But it's like, not only that, but he's been with both sisters now.
Yeah.
That to me, no.
Which
No.
this Reg and Veronica stuff is getting to be a little weird.
Yes.
I thought they were cute together at first.
Yes. But now in this, like, yes. Because at the end of this season, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, I liked him, but now it's just a little.
It's Veronica.
Yeah.
She's in, like, this weird phase right now where, like, she's not ready to be in a relationship. At least not a healthy one.
No, because she keeps jumping from one to the other. Like,
Exactly.
No.
So, wait, but then right before we find out about Reg and Hermosa, because the whole reason we find that out is because Chad wants to have Pearl and Posh's books checked because Veronica was bragging, like, this is how she's going to get out of this terrible marriage and the debt and everything. And so then we find out that Reg had a thing with Hermosa because she was going to help him somehow.
Because Hermosa knows where the Palladium is.
Oh, yeah. Planetarium.
Also, what the fuck is... We still don't know. We still don't know what this is.
No!
We know it's some type of metal that is on the maple.
Yeah.
Maple
Apparently
form?
the only, like, reliable stuff right now.
What is it called? It's not a maple form.
The Blossom Groves is what they
Groves,
call it.
yes.
Oh, and then Cheryl is gonna become a saint. She's gonna perform 3 miracles.
Sorry. Didn't mean to wake ya. Dude, I was literally dying. She turns water into maple syrup.
Yeah. That's her first miracle.
She has... I just don't understand, like...
Wait, should we jump ahead and just talk about them all?
Yeah.
Okay, because then I have, she turns water to maple syrup. Oh, I said, Cheryl, be fucking for real. Carrying the pain of the ministry and Jason.
Oh, she holds the bees.
The bees is the third one. She's taming
What's the
bees
other
now. Penelope's fighting back. Cheryl kicks her out with the power of her bees. But yeah, I didn't really understand her second miracle, other than like they just describe it as she's carrying the pain of the ministry and Jason.
Oh, that's when she takes all his wounds or some shit like
that. Yeah, and then because she has her hands bandaged for the rest, but it's so random to me.
Yeah.
Anyways, but that's what Cheryl. She's becoming a saint. Those are her 3 miracles or whatever. Archie tells his war story. Which
didn't write anything about that down.
The only thing I wrote is that he tells it because fuck that general, honestly. Because at first I was getting to be a little like, are we really gonna challenge the army over you getting a fucking award? Like, who cares this much? I understand like this random guy is gonna be recognized, and he was the one that told you to like go in or whatever. But shouldn't you be recognized for what you did? And then he told the story, and I was like, oh yeah, no, fuck that general. Like this is fucked. Because basically, just for everyone listening. It's basically that the general wants them to go in to make him look really good, and he doesn't care
like he wants
that
to leave
everyone is
like,
gonna die. He knew everyone was gonna basically go die that he was sending in there.
He wanted
but
to
it
get
would
an
make
extra
him look so much better
for retirement.
Yeah, for his retirement. So that's what's fucked up, but it has a happy ending because Archie is somehow redeemed.
Yeah,
and then the general gets dishonorably discharged and is out. So, anyways, that's
I did write for this. I wrote, why is Archie always trying to be the hero?
Exactly.
Because at this point, it's getting annoying.
That's how I was
in this situation. I understand.
Yes. That's exactly why I wrote this, because I wanted to redeem him. I was like, I'm getting really tired of him needing to be the hero. But then I was like, oh, okay.
For this situation, it makes sense. But every single time he's trying to be a hero, it's just like,
it's too much.
Get over it. Like, you're the one that needs help. Go to therapy. Like, get your shit together, man.
Yeah.
We find out that Jug is no longer sober and is deciding to, what is it called, plagiarize that girl's book.
Yes.
The one thing that I didn't like about this is how they talk about Jug's sobriety. Because I have a lot of friends that are sober, and I just don't like how they went about this at all. Like because it's like all of a sudden sober, all of a sudden not sober, and like I understand it can happen like that, but at the same time it's like, especially going on to season 6. Yeah. Like they just stopped talking about it automatically, and I hate that they didn't put like a disclaimer or anything to like let them know like, hey, if you're dealing with this, you can get help. Yeah, that's because it's like a real life problem, and they just. I agree. They kind of like dismiss it.
I agree. No, I agree. And then they keep summing up like all of his bad actions to be like, well, he's an addict, and I'm like, what? Like, yes, I know it works that way, but at the same time, like, I don't feel like this is an accurate depiction. So yeah, I agree entirely.
And then also, none of his friends are there to help him.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Nobody seems to care. People know, but it's like they don't care.
The only person that seems to care is Tabitha, but at the same time,
yeah,
she's like, I'm gonna stick with you no matter what, which is like, you're enabling him.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Okay.
Let's see.
I wrote down the quote for I am Cheryl Blossom, the queen of bees. We got a lot of good quotes this episode.
Oh yeah, because then Penelope wants to fight against this. Whatever.
I don't know what I was writing here.
Okay, good, because I wanted this too.
Archie is going to back up Archie. That's literally what.
Are you talking about when he goes to get the support of the families to go against the general?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Because he does do that.
Yeah.
For everyone listening, I know you may not be watching along or whatever.
You
should be, but if you're not, because it's fucking crazy. Archie wants to go get the support of all of the men that he lost before he goes against this general.
Because these families have already gotten their closure. They want
because Jackson tells him to leave it alone altogether because of those families, and Archie's like, well then I need to ask.
I think I meant to say Eric. Eric is going to back up Archie.
Yeah,
because that makes sense.
Because he gets all it, and then Eric's on board.
Yeah.
Jug steals the novel.
I said Betty with Jug.
Okay, yeah, right before that, I said, Veronica, what are you up to? No fucking clue what I'm talking about.
Me neither, girl. Me fucking neither.
But then...
Me fucking for real.
Betty and Jug are making up. It feels like...
It's like strange. It feels like I'm uncomfortable watching them.
It's so weird.
Especially like they're in the fucking bunker. I would not be caught dead in a room with my ex.
Oh, wait, I know what this is about. Veronica's supporting Chad's endeavor of some sort, like what is it? It's a helicopter cab.
Oh, yeah. It's like an Uber for a helicopter.
Because the next thing I say is that at the party to celebrate the launch, she puts out the covered up story of their helicopter crash.
Which, like, that, T, girl, T. And then I wrote, this quote comes from that. You'll never be an alpha, you're a beta. Can you imagine saying that to a finance bro? Like, he, like, basically was just like, oh, I'm over this. Like, he wanted to die. I would have been embarrassed.
Yeah. I'm almost out of notes, honestly.
Tab is going with Betty toward the lonely highway.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get another quote from Cheryl. Something in me shifted.
Is this when she believes she's literally the holiest of holy or whatever now? Like, how? Literally, how?
My last note for this episode is a quote, but I don't know from who.
Just say it.
I've got this really bad feeling about what happens next.
I don't know either.
Yeah, me neither.
It's time to be real.
I haven't been real in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
But that's it for my episode.
Same. Alright, episode 17, Dance of Death. Or Dane of Death. My god.
What?
That's what it's called.
Okay.
Let me double check. Yeah, Dance of Death. Dance of Death.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna throw it one, and that's it. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now. Okay, so in the beginning of this episode, we find out that they've been working the lonely highway for 10 days, and there has been no murder in 10 days.
Yes.
That they know of. And then we get a chime ad placement.
Because Archie's men need to be paid.
Cheryl.
And she sends them like $517.
I'm like so confused. Like, was she not paying them before?
I guess not, which is fucked. Because she basically says, she basically promises more money if they find stuff.
Yeah. But like,
bitch, they're doing the work. There's no guarantee that there's anything down there.
Yeah. Other than Hiram wanting your fucking plot of land.
Yes. And then we go to Veronica and Chad, and
they're at they're with their lawyers discussing their divorce.
And all Veronica says that she wants from the divorce is Archie.
I wrote that down. Ma'am! What? You've been married to this man for what, like 7 years? And now you're just like, I just want Archie. And also, why the fuck does Chad want the Pembroke?
That was, I feel like it was
what?
just to get her goat.
Probably. But like, for what? In what world?
Or to sell it out from under her or something.
No, put your head back. That was cute.
But she's like talking about it like it's their dog. Like, I want Archie.
Oh, yeah.
I need my ball.
All I want is Archie. I was like, okay, whatever. And then we find out that Hiram still hates Archie because he tells Chad to kill Archie.
He's like, it's a ghost gun. Here you go. Not traceable.
Okay, but like, in what world? Like, sir, it's been 7 fucking years.
Get over it. That is... Oh.
And honestly, the only reason he would ever hate... Like, the only reason I can think of that he could hate Archie was because he dated Veronica.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
And even then, they've been broken up for such a long fucking time. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So weird.
So we find out that Chad tries to shoot Archie, but he's a really bad shot.
That was comical.
And then Archie beats him up, or like wins the fight.
No, first off, he starts by frisbeeing a trash can lid square into Chad's face.
Which like, what is it, Captain America over here?
And then he like throws a few punches and Chad runs away.
I was just so confused, like, who has that good of an aim to throw a trash can lid
That was so
straight
irrational.
to the face?
And then the next scene is them back with their lawyers, and Veronica is gonna take everything because Chad tried to kill Archie. Ma'am.
And he's like, you ain't got no proof. And she's like, you dropped the gun, dumbass. Which that's to me like, just stick to finance. Just stick to finance.
That was like, oh, you weren't raised in Riverdale. What?
Yeah, or like, we know you grew up privileged if you don't know any of this shit. Like, come on, girl.
I do have one quick note. Cheryl does juice cleanses for answers.
Oh.
I don't remember. Kevin came to her about something, and she's like, "Let me do a juice cleanse to figure it out."
And then I'm also very confused as to why she lists out every single fucking ingredient. We should try it. Not saying the juice cleanse, but we should try the drink she's drinking.
Okay.
It's like maple syrup, cayenne pepper, and some other bullshit.
I might have everything. Let me
We
go
need to
back.
see it. Another body was found.
Yes.
Dun, dun, dun.
And Tabitha asks Betty and Jug to help solve the mystery. Ma'am, you're into Jug and you're asking him to hang out for long periods of time with his ex? I could never.
I wrote Veronica and Archie gross. Like, as soon as like she has the divorce papers, they start hooking up.
Oh my god, that was so disgusting to me.
It was just like too much. She was
So
like, oh,
high
it's
school.
finalized. Make out. I was like, no.
She like jumps on him and wraps her legs around him like this isn't The Bachelor.
And like I was so confused because like I'm gonna say it. I love Betty and Archie together.
Yes.
And them doing it and Veronica and Archie doing it
Veronica
is
and
like
Archie,
a completely different
they
vibe.
still feel like they're in high school where they're like,
Yes.
we have to jump each other's bones for like 15 seconds of fun.
It's like bunny rabbits.
Yes, where like Betty and Archie, they're like in love.
Yes, there's
sharing
passion.
love.
Yes, they're like
and
doing it
passion.
for each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Kev says he's leaving the church, and then I said Penelope's snooping?
Okay, we also find out that the church prays to Mother Earth.
Yes. The like 4 elements or whatever.
Yeah. Hiram decides he wants to explode the mines.
Yes, he's blowing up the Blossom Mines. What the fuck?
Oh, a lot happened in this episode. The Mothman saved a student.
Yes.
A student that was like sleepwalking
He
or
freed
whatever.
Lerman or whatever? Yes.
Larry Lerman? Logan Lerman. Is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
What are we all looking at now?
There's probably a squirrel. The squirrels have been hella active, but we're not going outside.
We find out that the body that they found was not Polly's, but then we do find out that the DNA was a match for Betty's, and apparently that guy, the tongueless guy, is Betty's cousin.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
Literally, I was literally like being like, what is happening in this show? Like, in what? He was just drooling on the phone. I was like, what is he doing? But yeah. And then so Veronica finds out that it was her daddykins that blew up the mines, and Archie's still in them. And
Yes.
so she ties him up.
She fake kidnaps, or like doesn't fake. She actually kidnaps her father
Ties him up in his office.
and says, "If Archie dies, you die."
Ma'am.
And
For
then
all the trouble he's done, just kill him at this point.
yeah,
Just kill him.
which we have someone coming. Her daddy issues come from the age of 14. Because like we got
Quinceañera or whatever,
Yes.
saying like, oh, he wished he had a son.
yes.
I'm like, dude, get over it.
Who cares?
My dad only had girls, and look at us. I don't give a shit. Okay, you get what you get. You
Yeah.
throw a fit.
Same, exactly.
But honestly, my dad would never say something like that
No.
because the guy cousins in my family, if you're listening, you know who you are. And then we get fucking Betty being rude to Nana.
Yeah, she was getting in Nana's face.
Man, she got dementia and you being rude to her. She don't even know who you are.
That was wild.
Um,
Nana's husband was fathering other children
but Grandpa was a whore.
that she's been hiding away.
I literally wrote Grandpa was a whore. 12 illegitimate kids.
That's insane. How many baby mamas? Nick Cannon, is this you? And then they're behind the Mothman. These illegitimate children were like,
Dreyfus, the old guy that Jug visited to tell him the story about the Mothman, is one of them.
yeah.
And now we get a visual of Cheryl praying at the mind. And this is when I wrote, Cheryl's a witch? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said, what the fuck is Chad doing? Is he stupid or dumb? I don't know what this is referring to.
weigh in though.
Come on, Goose. I don't remember why I said, what the fuck is Chad doing? Is he stupid or dumb? Oh, when he breaks into the Pembroke and he's trying to kill Veronica.
Oh yeah, and they're in the same apartment, like
Yeah.
going round and round.
Also, did she get her little fake Alexa from Glamazon?
And how the fuck did he not hear her be like, Alexa, say this, do
But
this?
she's like whispering, and in no fucking world is that ever gonna happen.
No, that was
No.
ridiculous. But Archie and Jackson do make it out alive thanks to Cheryl.
Praying
And
for the wind.
Veronica kills Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, dead. Then she frees her father.
And she says, bye, you little bitch.
I had that one
Dude, I was living for that.
too.
What did I don't know who I'm referring to it for this, but I said she tased him in the nuts.
I have no fucking
Oh,
clue.
when they
Is this
go,
the junkyard?
yes, when they go to the junkyard and they're all fighting other people off, she tases him in the nuts.
I did not like this like at all.
I didn't
The
either.
junkyard, the end of the Mothman, we just never should have had this fucking Mothman.
Yeah. Very confused as to why Fangs and Tony decided to, like, basically were like, if we die, we die. You have a fucking kid.
Yeah.
Like, one of you should have stayed back. Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Also, you're the queen and king of the fucking serpents.
Yeah.
Why isn't not more
This
of your
is
people?
so stupid to me. Just so stupid.
And then at the very, very end of this episode, Polly's dead. We find out.
Yeah, she's
We
in the
confirm it.
trunk at this junkyard.
But I am so confused as to why Betty brings her mom.
Yeah.
Like, how they explain the other bodies or how they show the other bodies. Why would you do that to your mom?
Yeah.
So it does, like, this does make me understand episode 18 a little bit more. But, like,
No.
in what?
Episode 18 is the worst episode of season 5, in my opinion, even other than the last 5 we talked about. I could not stand this because it's a musical and it was like back-to-back songs.
Yeah.
And like it was a very good episode because you get a lot out of it, but it was like teeny tiny little chunks.
Yeah, so you had to like sit there and watch it in order
that's
to
why I hate it.
Yeah.
My first note was, this one's called Next to Normal. My first note was, okay, I'm sad for Alice, but is this going to be the musical episode?
I wrote, I hate this so much.
Charles and Polly and Betty are in Alice's musical fantasy.
So Charles and Polly are back, but they are not real.
Yes.
And only Alice can see them this whole entire time because she thinks they're still.
Betty makes out that that's who she's like communicating with or whatever by the end or whatever to help her get over it.
And then we cut to fucking Veronica and Archie fucking moving in together after she just divorced and fucking became a widow.
No.
Wait, is she just a widow? Did their divorce get like finalized?
I'm gonna say she's a widow because of that comment and she wants to go back to Wall Street.
Oh, yeah.
Which I think is the next episode.
I don't know. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, because basically, I'll just say it, because I'm pretty sure it's the next episode. Yes, because then that's why she wants to do the casino.
Yeah, because she wants to go back to New York.
She wants to go back to New York, and she's talking to that guy on the video camera, I can't remember who it is, on the video chat, and she says, I'm ready to be the she-wolf of Wall Street, and he's like, probably not a good time considering you're currently the Black Widow.
Yeah. Which I don't see a problem with that.
I didn't either.
That just means people are going to be more scared of you.
That's what I thought, but... Yeah, that was so many issues, though, that Veronica and Archie already want to move back in together.
Yeah.
Tabitha tells her parents that Jug is her boyfriend.
Yeah, and then we find out that Jug actually really does want to date Tabitha.
And he sings his feelings.
I'm sorry. I love him as an actor. As a singer...
It's so weird.
I hate it. He needs to be stopped. I did write down, like, they're acting like Alice is acting, like, extremely crazy. But to me, she's lost two kids.
Grieving.
And her husband. There's only one kid left. She's going to hang on to her 2 kids dying
and let's
as
think
much
about
as possible.
Her husband and her son. That is already trauma in itself.
Yeah, and then Polly, she had just gotten Polly back.
Yeah.
So, like, I understand, like, she's grieving and stuff, so yeah, she might be going a little crazy. And, like, yeah, she does need help. But at the same time, you can't really blame her for how she's handling all of this. Like, she doesn't want to lose her kids.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, she's already lost 2 of them.
Yeah. Betty pulls Polly's ashes out at the dinner table to be like, you're not actually talking to Polly. Ma'am, that was a little aggressive.
Yeah.
You didn't need to do Alice like that.
But then Alice blames Betty for Polly's death.
Yeah.
Which, like, she's kind of right.
Yes and no, though, because...
Yeah, like, obviously it's not, like, her fault 100%.
No,
but
if she wouldn't have been asking questions, sure.
Yeah.
Maybe, but she, at the end of the day, Polly was doing something that was going to get her killed.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether Betty was here.
And she was, because she was still doing it, and she was just saying she was doing something else.
Oh. And then, Veronica...
Oh, it does happen this episode. Veronica wants to go back to New York.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because this is what leads to the end of Archie at the end of episode 18.
Yes.
But Veronica goes, so they're living at the Andrews house with all of the, like, the Jugs there and a couple army guys, or Frank and the army guy. Frank and Jackson.
The army guy.
Jackson.
Yeah, Frank, Jackson, and what the fuck is his name?
I don't know.
Jughead.
Yeah, Jug.
They all live there.
And she hears someone in the shower. So she decides to go surprise Archie, like, in lingerie. But it's Jug and Jackson. I was like, bitch, what? Did you really think Archie, you live in a house of guys?
Yeah. Also, why don't they have the main, like, the master bedroom?
We've never seen it, though, come to think of it.
Yeah, but, like, in, like, what world?
I don't know, because he's just in his childhood bedroom, so unless he doesn't want to go in where his, like, mom and dad used to be together.
I don't know.
If he's fine giving that to, like, Jackson or Frank.
Yeah. Oh, in this episode, I also wrote down, I don't like how they're dealing with Jug's sobriety.
Oh, yeah.
And then we get Fangs and Tony admit they love each other.
Yes.
And then at the very end, they do like a Pretty Little Liars like zoom out of everybody, like standing together
at the funeral.
And then I want to say this, but I don't.
Say it.
The cast is very white. Yeah.
It's pretty much just Veronica.
It's Veronica, Tabitha, and
Tabitha.
Tony.
Oh, yeah, she was. I forgot Tony was at the funeral. Yeah. I remember Tabitha being there for, like, Jug. But I forgot Tony was on her funeral.
Yeah. Those are, like, the only people of color. And, like, even then, yeah. It's not too bad.
Which I think is episode 19.
Yeah, I'm done with episode 18.
Yeah,
I literally have half a page.
Yeah.
And it's nothing.
The name of episode 19 is Riverdale R.I.P. ?
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah, but the question mark is in parentheses. Why does Reg want to change the business to a casino? Like, where did that come from?
I don't know.
Other than it just did really well. Okay, here, finish it up for me. I'll see you in a bit.
Okay, so Veronica wants to go back to New York, right? And then Archie wants to bring back Andrew's construction with what money? He's broke. He's broke boy. And then Betty becomes an official FBI agent after she was already kicked out, which that's confusing as fuck. No! My notes!
Fury, you're not being a very good stand-in.
He's like, I don't care, I'm getting my belly scratched. You gotta move so your mama can sit.
Okay, I can sit right here.
Can you? What are you doing? Why are you trying to roll over, sir? Getting all the loving today. I'm trying to get your other spot, buddy. Just kicking the shit out of you. Okay.
Matt had a spot for a while, and it's like he grew out of it. Okay, come on. Fury. Oh. Okay, Thumper. Okay, Fury. Fury, we have something very important to be doing. Coming out from Riverdale. Okay, it's fine. So he wants to change it. Veronica still wants to go back to New York.
You can stay here as long as you're quiet.
But then they tell us that she's the Black Widow of Wall Street or whatever again. Oh yeah, here's my note. Black Widow of Wall Street. Because she killed Chad, which I just don't understand.
It was self-defense.
And, oh, Betty is back on the FBI. And Weatherby asks Jug to be in charge of the blue and gold. There's more room for me.
Stop.
Let me see it. Look at him. I got the one spot and you got the other.
He's gonna fall off. Sir, you're decapitated. Where's your head? Okay. So she wants to go back. She can't. She's a Black Widow. Betty's now an FBI agent, which she's going to set up home in Riverdale. She's going to open up the Riverdale office.
Yes, and then they throw a party for Betty because she graduated and everything, which I think is just so cute. Oh. Graceful. We forgot to talk about this when it happened, but it wasn't really like super what the fuck, I guess. Cheryl starts fostering that girl.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Tony.
Yes.
And so, but this is what the fuck, so this is what reminded me. She has the girl in the mines.
Yes, and they're like
up.
working together, and she's like, oh, well, we're done. Girl's covered in like whatever the fuck, and Cheryl's like, perfectly fine, clean.
That was so insane to me. And
Yeah.
like, where is the child? What's it called? Child Protective Services.
Yeah.
Where is it at?
We get Jug is gonna restart the Blue and Gold. He's gonna be the teacher for it.
Yes.
And then at Betty's surprise party, we get Frank flirting with Alice.
Okay, but then I was like, Alice, what's your problem? You gotta date everybody related to your daughter's boyfriend, bitch.
Honestly, I said, who is this guy with face paint?
I wrote that. Who is this man with face paint? What the fuck is going on?
And then fucking Pops is on fire.
Yes.
Are you fucking shitting me? Pops is the best place ever. I would die to go there.
Did this?
Yeah.
Who
Rude.
did this? Tabitha and Jug want to move in together.
Well, you're skipping way ahead.
I actually had that before the fire.
What?
Yeah.
I did not. Oh, yeah, because they talked about it at the party.
Yeah. Okay. Because then
And
I
she's
had
like-
the fire, and I said
Yeah, because they're like,
she asks him at the party.
she's like, well, my lease is gonna be up.
Yeah.
Bitch, you should have just renewed it.
Honestly, this is too much.
Pops
Pops is on fire, but the tires are slashed on the fire truck.
And then we find out the ghoulies are back.
Yes.
And they're... the serpents are a joke. Which, like, yes. Fair enough.
They're
fair
not the
enough.
only ones saying that.
And the ghoulies want to take over Riverdale.
Yeah.
And then, fucking, the trash bag killer calls Betty while he's covered in blood and in a mask.
Yeah. I didn't get that at all.
And then Tabitha and Jug burn down the lodge legend, whatever the fuck it's called. And then we get the quote we haven't heard in a long ass time. In unity, there is strength. Oh, and then this is a juicy bit where they kidnap Hiram again.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about before this?
Well, there's that whole storyline with Pops. She wasn't paying her insurance so she could pay the waitresses, so they can't pay to fix Pops. And then, so Pops is like, I'll come back. Like, Pop Tate says, I will come back.
I didn't think that was that.
And it's not what the fuck, but it's happening.
Yeah.
And then, he's gonna come back and start working there and give all of his retirement to fix it.
Yeah. And then we have everybody's holding a gun. Everybody in the town. Basically everybody.
Yeah, at Hiram. And they're gonna kick him out.
I don't understand why they always do like the city limits. Like drop him off in the middle of East Jesus nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, he's exiled with the video of him killing the man who killed his father.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just.
And then there's bodies found in the mines. That girl that's helping
Yeah.
Cheryl. she
Nana
found
says, I was wondering if they'd ever be found. It's the Forgottens.
And then apparently Cheryl's aunt, like great aunt or some shit, was accused of being a witch.
Yeah, I said so. Now we're in Salem, Massachusetts.
Yeah, and then the killers were the Joneses, the Andrews, and the Coopers.
Yep.
Dun dun dun.
Why did it take so many years to hear about this?
Yeah. And then we do
What?
get like a little bit of like a flash forward-ish together. We find out Cheryl is a witch, kind of. Or she thinks she's a witch. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, that was super confusing. And then I said, because she goes in to that town meeting thing. Wait, is this what that was?
Yes.
And no, it's before the town meeting, but she says if you do the town meeting, she's going to show up and be mad or whatever.
Yeah, that she wants like a formal apology.
I was like, you literally just fucking found out. Chill,
Yeah.
bitch.
But even then, it was just like, what do you want them to do? Like, they don't know anything that you're fucking talking about.
And that's what I'm saying. You just found out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it was your family, but your family has been wronging people for fucking years.
Yes.
What did you do about it?
Yeah.
Not a goddamn thing. No.
And then Betty and Archie are together.
Yes.
And then they hear ticking. Archie looks under the bed, and there's a bomb.
Yes.
And then,
it's implied that it was Hiram.
well, no, it gets cut to a scene of Hiram watching
Yeah.
watching the town, and there's like multiple
And
explosions
he says
throughout
tick,
the town.
tick, tick, boom.
Yeah.
So it's implied that those bombs are from Hiram.
Yes.
But also, I don't know if it'll be the Ghoulies, and they just like told Hiram everything. I don't know. Because
but we do find out in this episode that the Ghoulies work for Hiram.
Yep.
Still.
That's what I'm saying. So was that their idea? Was that Hiram's idea? Who knows?
But we just know that there's multiple bombs that go off in the town.
And now we're ready for season 6, which
We want the tea.
hate season 6 so far.
It's atrocious.
I can't wait to get into that in episode 13 with y'all.
Literally,
because
we're 4 episodes in already, and each episode is completely different.
completely different. And guess what? Spoiler alert, we're not in Riverdale. We're in Rivervale. I can't tell you a goddamn thing about this bomb.
Nope. They haven't talked about it.
Because we're not in Riverdale.
And we don't even know when we're going to talk about
We're
it.
not in Riverdale.
But that is the end of season 5.
Woo woo.
I don't know if I like this season or not. I'm like on the edge. I think I rate this one a 6 out of 10.
It's in my top 3 for sure. Because for me, nothing's going to beat season 1 because I love just a classic mystery. And then probably after season 1, it would be like season 2 because it was getting a little what the fuck, but like the Black Hood was like,
Yeah.
I just solid. But I actually pretty much enjoyed this. Other than obviously episode 11, those 5 episodes we had to recap in episode 11 was rough.
Yes.
But I did really enjoy in general, like, other than the Mothman, I thought the storylines were nice.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 7.
I think what I didn't like about this is that why did they bring up the BTK killer if you're not gonna go any further with it?
Yeah, that was super weird. That and the Mothman are the only reason I won't rate it very high. But I liked the time jump. I liked them being older and sophisticated.
It makes the whole season the rest of the show make a lot more sense.
Yes, I agree. And I like not having these dueling storylines of kids and parents.
Yes.
Like, we're mostly just focused on the kids, and then the parents actually fit in.
Yes.
Like, it makes a little bit more sense for Hiram to have beef with, like, a 25-year-old.
Yes.
Other than the fact that it stems from when he was 16.
Yeah.
But...
No, but I do like this, because it's like, the parents are now support characters.
Yes.
And they're just there.
They don't really have their own storylines.
Other than, like, Alice, but that one makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But anyways.
But yeah, so I would rate this season a 6 out of 10. This next episode that we're going to film, or we're going to record, it's going to be a rough one.
Yeah.
I already don't want to do it. But, what time is it? Oh, it's time for my What the Fuck News.
Yes.
So my What the Fuck News, this comes from my home state, Texas, but it happened in Plano and it's like close to where I grew up. But a Texas Hooters attacked by youth in crazy assault, supposedly over chocolate. Apparently, these guys were selling chocolate in the Hooters parking lot. Which, why are you selling chocolate in the Hooters parking lot?
Okay.
When the manager of the Hooters approached them and told them to leave, and apparently, well, allegedly, things got violent, and a couple of them attacked the manager and left him with a broken arm. And then things went inside, so they went back. They all went into the Hooters, and there was customers that were hurt.
Why would you go back in Hooters?
Well, I mean, it's the manager. If your arm's broken, obviously I'm gonna run inside, call somebody. But
I guess.
I don't understand where the customer's getting hurt. I don't understand that. But so far, no arrests have been made, which doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, what the fuck?
It doesn't say how old these people were, but
they're beefing with 12-year-olds.
Yeah, but there's a video and they're shirtless and shit. So I just don't understand. And it's all over chocolate bars. Yeah.
Interesting.
But that's my What the Fuck News.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
Yeah. But that's my What the Fuck News for today. Anyways, go ahead and follow us on TikTok. I keep wanting to say Twitter. TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at What the Fuck Is This Podcast?
Underscore
What the
podcast.
fuck is this underscore podcast? And recommend us stuff that you want us to see, because after season 6 of Riverdale,
We need a new show.
yeah, because the new season 7 isn't coming out till the end of next year, so we need something else to talk about.
Well, to Netflix.
Yeah, so we need something to talk about. And then for the November and December months, well, for November we're gonna be finishing Riverdale season 6.
Yeah.
And then in December, we're going to be watching Christmas movies, which we're going to be watching the new Lindsay Lohan one.
Woo!
Falling for Christmas, Falling into Christmas.
Something like that.
But we're going to be watching that one, and we're going to be drinking some wine.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get festive up in this bitch. But, yeah.
And those will be fun because we're going to watch them together and then record all on the same day.
We should see if we can.
So
we probably would just do audio though, like record and listen to it. I don't know how we would do that. We gotta figure something out, because I feel like that'd be easier.
Yeah, we need to brainstorm ideas.
Because then that's gonna be, because we're watching
right,
3 in one day.
Yes, I agree.
So it's
that
gonna
we
be a
need
lot
to,
to talk about.
Record while we're
Yeah.
But
anyways, if you have any tea you want to spill, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any book recommendations, let us know. If you have any show recommendations, trailer recommendations, like anything. We also do we want to get started on also movies. We want to start looking more into maybe releasing more episodes a week. So if you do a movie episode and then the regular pod episodes, that would be good. So just recommend us stuff. Spill your tea with us. We won't tell anyone other than the other listeners.
Yeah, we'll keep it all anonymous.
Yeah, we'll switch your names. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, thanks for listening. I was gonna say see you next Thursday, but I'm not gonna be seeing y'all. You're gonna be hearing us. Yes, seeing us and listening to us next Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on all our socials. It's gonna be in the link below. And yeah, adios.
Bye, guys.